Good evening. Coming through loud and clear. Time to stand up here. There we go. Well, good evening. Welcome to our 2022 Summa Celebration. I'm Mr. Gary Coleman, principal of Claudia Taylor Lynchburg Johnson High School. And there's probably not one person with all the parents here that's more thrilled that we are back in this auditorium for this celebration. It's been 3 years. Great to have you. We are very excited to honor our Summa graduates this year. But before we get started, at this time, would everyone please stand for the posting of the colors by the Claudia Taylor JROTC and the Pledge of Allegiance that will be presented by Senior Class President Officer Mr. David Payne.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order! Arm! Center! Face! Forward! March!
You may be seated. Once again, a big thank you to our cadets with the Claudia Taylor Lynchburg Johnson JROTC and to Mr. David Payne for their help. Members of the board, members of the executive staff, students, parents, family members, and all of our honorees that are here with us tonight, welcome. We are so excited once again to be having this event and be celebrating our Summa class for 2022. This achievement tonight is one of those highest honors for students to achieve. There's many different ways for our students to be recognized. Our Summa class is a special one. It represents years of hard work, getting prepared for those high school years, and then 4 years of achievement in the classroom. These students, you took a lifetime of learning. You learned from your family, from teachers going through elementary, middle, high school, from friends, siblings, family members, and all of that was to prepare yourself to go through these 4 years of high school. Now, after these 4 years, you're here tonight because of your academic success. Tonight, we're honoring 201 Summa graduates. That represents 1/4 of our senior class. Congratulations. For everybody to know, a Summa graduate is someone that has carried a GPA of 100 or higher through their 4 years. And it does not mean 99 one time. Unfortunately, there is no rounding. You must carry a 100 or better average. So big congratulations to this 201. Many of these students not only excel in the classroom, but they have excelled at Johnson in all areas. Fine arts, athletics, our spirit groups, JROTCs, our clubs, our organizations, being volunteers. They have found ways to make their mark, and we are so proud of these involved Jacks. To quote a former educator, Reader Pearson, every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and assists that they become the best that they can possibly be. To me, there's not a better quote for this night. Between family members, between the teachers, the educators that they chose to honor, they have this champion. They have this person that insisted that they were the best that they could be. For many of them, it's more than one. But tonight, it's an opportunity to honor them. So everyone here tonight is part of this Johnson Academic Champions. A second quote that Ms. Pearson always said, if you've ever heard her talk in a speech, kids don't learn from those they don't like. What does that mean? You might learn something, but you're not going to learn the same as the ones you like. And that really represents this group. We have 102 educators that were picked to be an honoree for our Summas. They have reached out and found a way to touch their hearts, to inspire their learning, all the way from first grade through 12th grade. We have honorees from all grade levels. And tonight, these students are going to recognize this someone that made that connection, that instilled their academic achievement, someone that they like. And so without further ado, the next person that I want to introduce is one of our leaders in this Northeast Independent School District. Tonight, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce to you our Chief Instructional Officer, Mr. Anthony Jarrett, to give you his welcome.
Congratulations, that's fantastic. So I'm bringing greetings on behalf of Dr. Michael. First, before I bring greetings, I would like to introduce some special honored guests. First, our board president, Ms. Shandy Rona, District 5. Ms. Sandy Huey, Secretary, District 1. And Mr. Marie Dominguez, our Chief of Schools and Leadership. Now, there is a number of events at which we look forward to each year, and this is one of them. We enjoy this event because we have a collective group of people here supporting you and your success along the way. You have the teacher that has the most to teach. You have your loved ones in your life that has also supported you. But also one thing you can't forget is yourself. And all that you've committed yourself to do. You have reached the highest level of the three commonly used academic honors, Summa Cum Laude, which translates to the highest distinction or praise. You succeed with a growth mindset, an outlook, and confidence that will make anyone proud. A philosopher by the name of Eric Hoffer once said, "To learn, you need a certain degree of confidence. Not too much, not too little. If you have too little confidence, you think you can't learn. If you have too much, you'll think you don't have to. The same confidence that got you through high school can get you through college and beyond." I would like to take this opportunity to say how proud I am of your success that you've made in this district. I'm proud of what you've done for your family, Mr. Comalander, and your community. To the parents, honestly, thank you for sharing your children with us. It is a true honor to be able to serve them on a daily basis. To teachers, thank you for being exemplary educators. That really is a gift to the profession. And to our students, congratulations to achieving your truest milestone. I, your family, and your teachers and your community look forward to all that you will do in this life going forward. Congratulations to all of you. Enjoy the evenings. You deserve every minute of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jarrett. At this time, we're going to celebrate these student grads. This is why we're here, to hear from them as they recognize these teachers that they chose. So to present our student graduates and their honorees, one of our teachers, Mr. Eric Price, will be announcing.
Thank you, Mr. Comalander. And now, to honor our 14th graduating class, Summa Cum Laude graduates, we begin with Nathaniel Perez, who is honoring Ms. Shelley Ulrich.
Okay. Is this thing on? Okay. Just want to make sure. All right. Miss Aldridge had a smile on her face every day. She was caring and kind and made me feel like I could accomplish anything. So I want to say thank you for being someone I look up to, and hopefully I can impact people like you impacted me.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Shafina Ali. First to honor Ms. Ali is Raik Kanji.
I selected Miss Ali as she has been my spiritual religious teacher and mentor for the last 5 years. She has always been there for me and others by helping us push past our boundaries and caring about our mental health. She has made a huge impact on my life.
Also here to honor Ms. Ali is Navia Balani.
A teacher, mentor, and guide, Mrs. Ali has watched me grow up, explore uncovered depths of my identity, navigate my way through the world, while encouraging me to be unapologetically myself and empowering me to pursue all my diverse passions.
Our next honoree this evening is Ms. Megan Angiano. Here to honor Ms. Angiano is Yamila Cartwright.
I would like to thank Ms. Megan Angiano for always creating a comfortable and inviting learning environment for kids of all ages. She made learning less of a chore and more fun. I will always remember the fun activities and games we played.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Cheryl Appel Schumacher, being honored by Angie Vasquez.
To the person who gave me reading and drawing assignments because I never slept during nap time, who taught me responsibility and inspired me to be creative, confident, and kind. Thank you for being the first teacher to believe in me.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Margot Arnold, and here to honor Ms. Arnold is Delvin Behan.
Even with COVID causing my year with Miss Arnold to be cut short, I cherish every moment that I was able to experience and benefit from her love for teaching. Our love for math, New York, and the Mets will always be special.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Dee Dee Barfield, and here to honor Mrs. Barfield is Kyla Daybelt.
I would like to honor Mrs. Stevie Garfield, who has been my ballet teacher since I was 10 years old. She has been there with me as I have grown as both a dancer and a person, and has always been someone I could confide in with anything. Throughout the years, she has always believed in me, taught me discipline, and shared many stories of her own life that have motivated me to excel. I would not be who I am today without her kind heart and passion that has continued to inspire me since the first day I took her class.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Steve Berg. Here to honor Mr. Berg is Samuel Williams.
All right. Mr. Berg was the man that made me feel safe and welcome to a new school my freshman year. He inspired me to help and aid those smaller and less experienced than myself and allowed me to shine throughout high school.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Kevin Weiss, and here to honor Mr. Weiss is Logan Hughes.
Over the past 4 years, almost every day I have spent. Is it on? Is it on?
Try that.
Over the span of the past.
All of them are dead. Looks like we have microphone problems. Yeah.
Okay. Over the span of the last 4 years, almost every day I've spent some sort of time with Coach Weiss. In that time together, he has been through the worst and the best of circumstances with me. Because of him, I've grown significantly, not as an athlete, but more importantly as a person. It has been an honor for him to be called my coach, and I will always be thankful for what he has taught me and all the moments we have shared together.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Juanita Blackburn, and here to honor Mrs. Blackburn is Sharia Patel.
Miss Blackburn taught me the importance of putting determination and hard work into everything I do, and she made learning exciting and continually motivated me to get out of my comfort zone and broaden my knowledge in every aspect.
Our next teacher to be honored tonight is Ms. Lisa Blom, and here to honor Ms. Blom is Lauren Gale.
Mrs. Blove's love for teaching and her students transferred into her lessons, and I truly looked forward into walking into her classroom every day. I'll always remember her as one of the kindest, sweetest, and most hardworking person I've ever met.
Our next teacher honored is Mrs. Megan Bonetta, and here to honor her is Peyton Bryson.
I've chosen Miss Bonetta to be honored because she's a huge reason why I am who I am today and have such big goals. Miss Bonetta is so supportive of me and never fails to let me know. I will forever be grateful to have had her as a teacher.
Next to honor Ms. Bonita is Haley Goloff.
Everyone who entered the Textile Black Box was immediately met with Miss Bonetta's contagious smile and unwavering support. In my 3 years as her student, I discovered my passion for public speaking and comfortability in front of an audience. She not only developed and grew the theater program, but she also created a family. I am beyond grateful to be able to honor her for the role that she has played in my life. Thank you.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Jesse Gordon, and here to honor Mr. Gordon is Karima Lean Muhammad.
I wanted to start off by saying that I'm blessed to have crossed paths with Coach Jesse. He has been a true role model to me since the day we met, and he's taught me the value of being humble, respectful, and committed.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Christy Brown, and here to honor Mrs. Brown is Arlette Lomeli Azubel.
Miss Brown has not only helped my growth as a musician over the last 4 years, but also as a person. In addition to being a devoted teacher, she also sincerely cares for every one of her students.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Rachel Butcher. First to honor Mrs. Butcher is Ritvik Balakandar.
Ms. Butcher is an incredibly passionate, motivated, and supportive teacher who helped me discover talents I never knew I had. She fostered a wonderful community of Latin students who I am proud to be a part of.
Also honoring Ms. Butcher is Sophie Salgado.
Mrs. Butcher's kind and welcoming attitude towards her students made the classroom an enjoyable place where anyone could feel comfortable being themselves. Her class fostered my appreciation for both Latin and ancient cultures.
Our next honoree this evening is Ms. Renee Pinellas. Here to honor Ms. Pinellas is Kennedy Barnes.
Ms. Canales created a fun, hardworking environment during the 2 years I was in her class. She reminded me not to give up when it got hard, always made me laugh and put a smile on my face.
Next honoring Ms. Canales is Riley Comfort.
Ms. Canales is one of those teachers who cares about the students first and shows it. Thank you for always pushing me to be better than just average and always making me feel like more than just a kid in a desk.
Also honoring Ms. Canales tonight is Nisha Makani.
Through both English and NHS, Mrs. Canales showed me the true passion behind education. She continually fostered my curiosity and never missed a chance to encourage me to achieve greatness. Her resilience and enthusiasm forever changed me.
Next honoring Ms. Pinellas is Brenna McDonald.
Ms. Canales has always supported and inspired me inside and outside the classroom. She's always known what to say and how to brighten my day. Thank you, Ms. Canales.
Also honoring Ms. Pinellas is Ingrid Paredes.
Ms. Canales did not only teach me how to write 3 different essays, but she also taught me that it's okay to be human, that messy hair days, coffee spills, and running late are all simply part of growing up.
Also honoring Ms. Pinellas is Marcelo Vizcarra.
From AP English to NHS and even to my college letters of recommendation, Ms. Canales has been there by my side without fail. Thanks to her, I'll be graduating having had such a wonderful experience throughout high school. Thank you.
Our next honoree tonight is Mr. Mark Cannon. First to honor Mr. Cannon is Ryan Keener.
Mr. Cannon was not only an exceptional teacher, but a great leader who always made learning interesting. There was never a dull moment in class, and I'm extremely grateful for everything he's taught me.
Our next honoree for Mr. Cannon is Zachary Lansing.
Mr. Cannon's vibrant and optimistic personality was infectious, and it made virtual learning more engaging and enjoyable. Although I never sat in his classroom, his energy behind the camera rubbed off on me and drove me to become a better student and better writer. We barely talked in person, but he left a lasting impression on me.
Our next student honoring Mr. Cannon is Gabriella Alden.
AP English Language is a challenging class, but Mr. Cannon's patience and lighthearted attitude inspired students to work their hardest every day. His lively personality and enthusiasm for teaching made English class both fun and productive, and I'm so thankful to have had him as my teacher.
And also here to honor Mr. Cannon is Elsa Musselman.
As a new student, I felt welcome in Mr. Cannon's class, and it became the highlight of my day. His teaching and humor facilitated my learning and helped me mature as a writer.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Patrick Cheney. Here to honor Mr. Cheney is Maya Higgins.
Mr. Cheney has a seamless ability to communicate in a way that is accessible but not patronizing, and forward but really amicable. His mentorship and faith in his students has shaped me into the best version of myself.
Our next honoree is Ms. Lucia Chivas, and here to honor her is Andrea Heredia Ortiz.
Ms. Cheeves was the first teacher that taught me that I can do everything I put my mind to. Her advice and teachings have stayed with me all these years. I was extremely lucky to have a teacher like her that believed in me so much and that pushed me to be the best version of myself I can be. I am truly thankful for all she's done for me.
The next honoree this evening is Mr. David Christie. Here to present Mr. Christie is Matthew McKenzie.
Mr. Christie's class was the first class I walked into at Johnson High School my freshman year. Right away, it was clear just how welcoming and friendly Mr. Christie was. He always made coming to class an enjoyable experience and has been a major stepping stone on my pathway to academic success.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Megan Cobb. First to present to Mrs. Cobb is Alina Ganalian.
I'm so fortunate to have Mrs. Cobb as my English teacher. She always creates a welcoming environment, and I'm eager to attend her class, even though English is not my strong suit. Thank you so much, Ms. Cobb.
Our next presenter is Caitlin Gonzalez.
Ms. Cobb has taught me the importance of rest, that there is more to life than due dates, and that it's okay to stop and take in all that life is. I will be forever grateful for her infectious energy and kindness.
Also presenting to Mrs. Cobb is Ria Punjani.
Mrs. Cobb's kind-heartedness and empathy make me feel understood and valued as a student and person. Beginning my days with senior officer meetings and ending them once again in Mrs. Cobb's English class are times I continually look forward to.
Next to honor Mrs. Cobb is Mallory Randolph.
I chose Ms. Cobb to be my Summa honoree in recognition of giving me back my love for English. School hasn't been easy for me, and over time I lost my love for school and writing. Mrs. Cobb's class gave me back my love for both, and I couldn't be more thankful.
And also to present to Mrs. Cobb, Brian Stoppelmoor.
My Summa honoree is a teacher who radiates positivity and works hard to connect with each of her students. I'm thankful to be a part of a classroom where Ms. Cobb motivates us to awaken our minds to literature.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Michael Coleman. First to present to Mr. Coleman will be Elias Castro.
I chose Mr. Coleman to be my educator because I truly feel like he impacted my life into some of the major decisions into my future. His class showed me how fun and intriguing engineering can be. Throughout the time I spent in his class, I was able to figure out a new passion that I want to pursue.
Our next presenter from Mr. Coleman is Hunter Moore.
Mr. Coleman has had a big impact on my life as I've been fortunate to have him as a teacher over the past 3 years. He saw me further improve my knowledge in the field of engineering.
And also presenting to Mr. Coleman is Trevor Snow.
Mr. Coleman inspired me to choose engineering as a career path because he taught me the necessity of quick thinkers in our constrained world. I will model his divergent thinking and apply the same passion and dedication to every project going ahead. Love you, Mr. Coleman.
Our next honoree this evening is Ms. Carol Coley, and presenting Ms. Coley is Kaylee Norman.
I was very fortunate to have Miss Coley in my life as my first teacher. She set a wonderful foundation for my education and who I wanted to be as a person. She went above and beyond in her role as my teacher, and I'm so grateful I have her to look up to.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Elisa Compton, and presenting Ms. Compton is Ashley Brown.
Ms. Compton has been one of the most passionate and dedicated teachers I've ever had. I remember during the hybrid school year, she would stay at school all day and all night to film our labs for us. 1 billion thank yous cannot suffice in thanking her for how much she has inspired and motivated me. But I will continue to try. Thank you.
Also Also honoring Ms. Compton is Bailey McEwen.
I'd like to honor Ms. Compton because she initiated my love for chemistry, which I'll be studying this upcoming year at college. With her response to remember laws and passion while teaching, she made me more interested in the subject. I am so thankful for her guidance through my toughest years of high school.
Our next teacher to be honored tonight is Mrs. Melissa Damasco. Presenting Mrs. Damasco is Caitlin Green.
Throughout my 2 years in her class, Mrs. Damasco always motivated me to pursue my dreams and is the reason I decided to become a nurse. She fueled my passion for medicine and gave me the tools I need to succeed in the future.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Julia Donald, and here presenting to Ms. Donald is Sebastian Becerra.
Miss Donnell has been the angel on my shoulder. She's guided me towards the best decisions for me, and she's motivated me to go above and beyond, even if the steps along the way don't go as planned.
Also presenting Ms. Donald is Marissa Gonzalez.
Being a woman in leadership position requires someone who's strong, relentless, and a perfectionist. Ms. Donnell is all of those things and more. Having her as my role model has really helped me grow as a person. I cannot thank her enough for her guidance.
The next honoree this evening is Mr. Brian Dushot, and presenting him will be Aaron Bailey.
Coach Brian has been a mentor and role model for me, not only in tennis, but also in life. A lot of who I am today was shaped by his presence in my life, and for that I am grateful.
Also presenting to Mr. Dushot is Gianna Medina.
Coach Brian has been my friend and a great mentor throughout my high school experience. His expertise has helped me make tremendous improvements on the tennis court, and more importantly, has taught me that hard work can triumph against all odds.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Bianca Edwards. Presenting to Mrs. Edwards is Sophia Rosado.
For the past 3 years, Ms. Edwards has helped me grow as a person and student. She encourages me to step out of my comfort zone and always has the right advice. She's thoughtful and always looks out for me. Thank you, Ms. Edwards.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Jackie Eldridge. Presenting Mrs. Eldridge is Garrett Eldridge.
My mother has been my piano teacher since preschool. I'm grateful for the patience she has shown when teaching me, and I'm excited to use the skills I've learned from her as I continue to pursue music in college.
Our next honoree tonight is Mr. Aaron Ellis. Presenting to Mr. Ellis is Mariana Martinez.
Tonight, I am recognizing Mr. Ellis. He was my 9th grade teacher for Principles of Health Science and now my clinicals teacher. He has motivated me to exceed my limits and my abilities. He has always been a good listener when I needed someone to just talk to. His warm and caring personality towards others has impacted my passion for helping others and has influenced what I want to study in the future and who I want to become.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Daniel Farias, and here to present to Mr. Farias is Cristobal Aguirre.
I would like to thank Mr. Farias for being not only an amazing teacher, but a guiding figure as well. Allowing such creative freedom provided the perfect outlet for me to become the best possible student I can be.
Also presenting to Mr. Farias is Sergio Cantu.
Your calm demeanor, support, and guidance allowed me to feel comfortable and welcome in your class. You fostered an environment that promoted my educational growth and instilled a level of confidence in me that I never knew existed. Keep calm, Mr. Vargas.
Also presenting to Mr. Farias, Alexandra Reyes.
Mr. Farias has surpassed his responsibilities as an educator. He has reshaped my outlook on the life I want to live after graduation and provided valuable philosophies for me to carry going forward. I'm very grateful to have experienced his class.
Our next honoree tonight is Ms. Tina Finley. Presenting Ms. Finley is Armando Salazar.
Alrighty, before I speak today, I must say, all of you look stunning. Good evening, guys. Alrighty, I just want to say I'm most honored to name my teacher and my friend, Ms. Finley, as my Summa honoree today. Honestly, nothing has had a more profound effect than her unending encouragement, and tough love that has really transformed me into the honor grad I stand today. But to say just her would be a bit of a disservice to both my loving mother, as well as my other special guest, Major Jamel Garner, who also taught me the way and led me to this path today. And I just want to say to you guys, I hope I made you guys proud. Thank you.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Maddie Garcia Dubrovic, and here to honor her first will be Karen Flores.
Ms. Garcia has helped me grow into the diligent student I am today. She has taught me the skills to become a successful young lady, and I'm very blessed to have had my avid mom guide me through my high school experiences.
Also honoring Mrs. Garcia Dubrovic is Frida Guajardo.
I cannot express how grateful I am to have had Ms. Garcia as my teacher these past 4 years. She has taken the time to get to know me, not just academically, but personally. She's the reason I will be attending college in the fall. Thank you for making a difference in my life.
Also honoring Mrs. Garcia Dubrovic is Sonia Lalani.
Mrs. Garcia's devotion has always encouraged me to put forth my best effort in class. Because of her, I gained the strength and confidence needed to take the next steps toward my college career. Thank you for challenging me academically and personally during my time in high school.
The next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Eric Herber. Presenting to him is Christian Crawford.
Mr. Gerber is one of the most impactful teachers I have ever had throughout my school career. Being a fantastic avid teacher and more importantly, an influential mentor, Mr. Gerber has imprinted on me starting from the 5th grade. His absolute confidence in his students and genuine care for his work is something I am eternally grateful for and continuously pushes me to work harder. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Mr. Timothy Green. Here to present Mr. Green is Phoenix Edmond.
Yeah. Mr. Green has inspired me to unapologetically be myself and seek knowledge others are afraid to obtain. He's been a big inspiration to not only me, but my peers as well.
Our next honoree is Mr. Michael Griffith, and here to honor Mr. Griffith is William Gibbon.
Coach Griffith's enthusiasm in teaching government and understanding of my struggles with athletics and other extracurricular activities allowed me to enjoy the class to a degree I never imagined. Thanks to him, I will be majoring in political science at Texas A&M University.
Our next honoree is Mr. David Geltner. Presenting Mr. Geltner is Antonio Lozano Perez.
Today, I am honoring Mr. Geltner for inspiring me to be myself. I appreciate his enthusiasm, and I hope to be as passionate as he is. Just like when fluorine combines with uranium and nitrogen, you make class FUN. Thank you.
Our next honoree tonight is Mrs. Sandra Genther. Presenting Mrs. Genther is Kyle Mahan.
I would like to thank Mrs. Gunther for helping me on my path to becoming a Summa graduate. Every day, Mrs. Gunther provided a positive and fun learning environment, which made school much better for everyone in all of her classes.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Emily Gerwitz. Honoring Mrs. Gerwitz is Jake Troop Valdivia.
Miss Gerwitz has had a great influence on my life. Through her strong teaching, she not only has taught me how to become a great musician, but a great human being. I'm truly grateful to have met her and to call her a student.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mrs. Caroline Hagan. Presenting Mrs. Hagan is Rita Murado.
In Mrs. Hagan's class, I was encouraged to pursue my passion for English and write as much as my heart desires. I am thankful to have been her student and discover my abilities as a writer with such an amazing teacher.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Eva Hadid, and presenting to Mrs. Hadid is Brian Johnson.
Her patience and determination to make sure that every student has a chance to succeed has been inspiring to see. Her kindness and understanding have made pursuing my passion as much of a pleasure as it could be.
Our next teacher honoree is Ms. Brandy Haynes, and presenting Ms. Haynes is Isabel Kringle.
Miss Haynes. Miss Haynes has made my friends class my favorite part of the school day because of her welcoming and fun personality. Her attitude makes her very approachable, so I feel like I could talk to her about anything. Of course, the activities we do in class are always very fun and interesting.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Leanne Henderson. First to present to Mrs. Henderson is Matthew Bauer.
Senora Henderson is truly a teacher who strikes inspiration into her students. She challenges us to become the greatest we can be and supports us on our journey there. Many of my academic successes can be attributed to the strong devotion she has to teaching her students.
Our next presenter is Anna Frolickstein.
With 3 years of laughter, musica, and learning, Senora Henderson was able to spark my love for the Spanish language while demonstrating pure patience and kindness. I will be forever grateful y te voy a extrañar mucho.
Our next presenter is Mario Graves Dominguez.
Ms. Henderson has helped me feel really comfortable going to class and learning about many different cultures. The way Ms. Henderson values Hispanic cultures has motivated me, knowing that she values my cultural background so much. She has made learning very enjoyable for me and all my classmates and always rewards us for our work. I don't regret taking her class this last year because it has been a source of joy during tough times.
Also presenting to Mrs. Henderson is Anish Kukuri.
Senora Henderson made a huge impact on my school life through interactive activities and a caring personality that helped me achieve more. Taking her class before COVID gave me the desire to come back to school. Gracias.
Also presenting to Mrs. Henderson is Julia Varghese.
Senora Henderson brightened our day with a smile on her face as we walked into class. She made class fun and impactful for 2 years and taught me to be determined and believe I can accomplish anything I put my mind to. Thank you for all the joy and lessons you inspired us with.
And also to present to Mrs. Henderson, Ari Zuniga.
Mrs. Henderson has taught me 3 years of Spanish class. That's 3 years of classes that are fun, challenging, and exciting. Thank you, Mrs. Henderson, and you're welcome for helping our class defeat the French class twice in the dance battle.
Our next teacher to be honored tonight is Mrs. Imelda Hernandez Cruz. First to present to Mrs. Hernandez Cruz is Grace Lee.
Senora Hernandez has a magical way of making her students feel like they are a family. She taught me to appreciate tradition and culture and is a true beacon of kindness. I am forever grateful for all her efforts.
Also here to present to Mrs. Imelda Hernandez Cruz is Ishol Oman.
Mrs. Hernandez Cruz has a very big heart and a good sense of humor. She always made me smile on tough days, and because of her, my Spanish has improved. I always look forward to seeing her every day for first period.
Also presenting to Mrs. Hernandez Cruz is Ben Sub.
Mrs. Hernandez made a great impact on my academic and personal life. I have so many fond memories in her class and Spanish club. I remember I only went into her class knowing hola and uno, dos, tres, but she didn't fail in teaching me both her Spanish and her culture.
Our next honoree this evening is Ms. Ashley Hester, and here first to honor Ms. Hester is Jacob Branderson.
Miss Esther has been a large source of inspiration for me and has helped to guide me throughout my high school journey. She has always kept me accountable and supports me when I need it most. I am excited to go forward in my education with the lessons and values she has instilled within me.
Also presenting to Ms. Hester is Camila Rodriguez.
Throughout my 4 years of high school, Miss Hester has played an instrumental role in shaping me into who I am. She has been a role model for the musician I hope that I am and the woman I hope to become. I know that without her, I would not be where I am today, and I'm forever grateful for her presence in my life.
Our next honoree is Ms. Anar Hirani, and here to present Ms. Hirani is Kizzer Ali Karadia.
Miss Hirani has a very loving and generous heart. Over the last 5 years, she never failed to make me laugh, even when times were tough. Because of her, I look forward to going to my religious school.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. William Hoffman. Here to honor Mr. Hoffman is Travis Chapman.
First period of my senior year was always hard to find the motivation needed for school. Starting my day off with Mr. Hoffman engaged my focus that propelled me to succeed. Having Mr. Hoffman was always a fun way to start the day.
Our next honoree tonight is Mrs. Carla Jacobs. First to honor Mrs. Jacobs is Caitlin Eaton.
I would like to thank Mrs. Jacobs for being an inspiring role model in my life and for teaching me valuable lessons that will leave me better prepared for my future in medicine.
Also here to honor Mrs. Jacobs is Alina Phillip.
Ms. Jacobs is patient, kind, and passionate. From learning CPR to making beds and using needles to draw blood, she has always been by my side providing much-needed encouragement.
Our next honoree this evening is Ms. Jackie James, and here to honor her is Megan Kayla Campbell.
Coach James guided me throughout middle school, and she has inspired me for the past 7 years of my life. She exemplifies kindness, confidence, strength, and ambition, and I'm incredibly grateful to have her by my side tonight. Thank you, Coach James.
Our next teacher honoree this evening is Ms. Melinda Jeffcoat, and here to honor Ms. Jeffcoat is Sierra Shaw.
Coach Jeffcoat challenged me, pushed me out of my comfort zone, and transformed me into a young woman. I am grateful to have received her guidance to lead me where I am today. I am truly honored and blessed.
Our next teacher honoree this evening is Mr. Larry Jentz. Presenting Mr. Jentz is Addison Cole.
Mr. Jentz taught me something that no other teacher could: how to be confident. I thought that I wasn't as smart as my peers, but he proved me wrong through his love and support.
Our next teacher honoree this evening is Mrs. Melissa Jewett. Here to present Mrs. Jewett is Sarah Malani.
Thank you, Ms. Jewett, for trusting in my abilities and giving me endless opportunities to build on my passion for photography and management. Your methods and thought process toward creating the yearbook have inspired me to be the ultimate girl boss at UT.
Also presenting to Mrs. Jewett is Joseph Sweeney.
I'm here today to thank Ms. Felisa Jewett for introducing me into the world of journalism and helping carve a pathway towards my career. For 4 years, she has helped me grow into a leader, and I can say with certainty that I would not be the person I am today without her guidance.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. David Johnson. Presenting him is Patrick Gale.
I have played for Coach Johnson for the past 3 years. During that time, not only has he made me a better soccer player, he has also shown me what true leadership and responsibility looks like both on and off the field. I'm very fortunate to have played for him.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Bettina Jones. First to present Mrs. Jones is Selena Gaines.
I am honoring Frau Jones because the compassion and generosity that she demonstrated outside of class is what allowed me to perform my best in all of my classes. Her energy is unmatched, and I hope it sticks with me long after graduation.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Jones is Alexis Hayry.
For teaching me the value of living life to the fullest and her unparalleled positivity, I'd like to thank and honor Frau Jones. Every moment in her class was an opportunity to smile, and she has taught me far beyond a foreign language.
Also here to honor Mrs. Jones is Michaela Moore.
Frau Jones' patience and joyful personality has contributed to my success these past years. I enjoyed her class, especially during the pandemic. She was empathetic to me and her other students' struggles, setting high expectations and not settling for students giving less than their best.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Jones is Robert Russell Jr.
I have had the honor of having Frau Jones as my German teacher for my whole high school career. In those 4 years, she has been an exceptional instructor and has driven me to try my hardest in her class.
Also presenting to Mrs. Jones is Sarah Wahlberg.
Frau Jones has taught me not to take life too seriously, and that is better enjoyed when living in the moment. Every day, I look forward to her class because I know it is going to be an adventure. As I get older, I aspire to always have her energy and confidence.
Our next honoree is Dr. Yuka Kato, and here to present her is Alejandro Kenseri.
Gato Sensei is diligent, open-minded, supportive, and an extraordinary instructor whom I'm indebted to. She constantly tries to find ways to improve her teaching, listens to, and utilizes student feedback. She's extremely enthusiastic about teaching and has made my last 4 years of Japanese absolutely amazing.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Ms. Ruth Kimmel. Presenting Ms. Kimmel is Audrey Cole.
Ms. Kimmel has shown me how much she cares about her students' well-being through her patience and understanding. Her structured class taught me the skills to be successful, permanently changing how I approach my education. She made me feel heard when it felt like few would listen.
Also presenting to Ms. Kimmel is Avery Neal.
Throughout high school, Ms. Kimmel has always been there for me, from hearing about my frustrations and failures to celebrating my successes. Despite being my teacher for only 1 year, she's taught me a lifetime of information. Her kindness is forever appreciated.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Jennifer Kale. First to honor Mrs. Kale will be Reginald Blair.
I've had Miss Kale for 2 years, and I've seen her teach both in person and virtual. I believe she's done an excellent job, not only in educating me, but also creating a comfortable environment, which allowed me to be myself.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Kale is Dawson DeHorse.
Miss Kale is very cool. She made class very interesting for me, even when I was not trying as hard as I should have. She pushed me to be the best I could be.
Also presenting to Mrs. Kale, Jake Lasser.
Ms. Kale helped me to achieve my academic potential alongside my commitment to fine arts. She has kept in contact with me to see how I'm doing and continues to be a mentor and friend whenever I need help. She inspires me to continue working hard and to strive for my goals.
Our next student honoring Mrs. Kale is John Hernser.
Ms. Kale made a positive impact on me academically and personally. Her investment in me has raised my level of self-confidence and allowed me to excel in all areas of academics. Thank you, Ms. Kale.
Also here to present to Mrs. Kale is Sierra McDermott.
Ms. Kale makes every day an exciting adventure. Her supportive personality allows me to ask questions. She is always a friendly and helping hand, both in and out of the classroom. I am grateful she is a part of my life.
Next to present to Mrs. Kale is Luke Morse.
Mrs. Kale has been very influential in my high school career. She is the kind of awesome that is hard to put into words. She pushed me mathematically, encouraged me to put my best self in the classroom every day. And when I was diagnosed with cancer, she was willing to give up several evenings each week to serve as my homebound teacher.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Kale is Caleb Odell.
Ms. Kale was definitely my most influential teacher. She truly cares about all of her students and wants them to learn and succeed. She really helped me gain confidence in my ability and in myself.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Kale is Avery Neal.
Miss Kale is superb to me because her excellence set the bar for what I should be. She doesn't teach accountability, but simply expects it and creates engaging classes that welcomes diversity. She will always be one of my most memorable teachers, comedians, and mentors.
Also presenting to Mrs. Kale tonight will be David Payne.
Miss Kale has been my math teacher for the last 2 years. I've always felt engaged in her lessons and learned a lot, but her help went beyond the classroom. She was my friend and gave me a shoulder to lean on when I needed someone to talk to. Thank you, Miss Kale.
Our next presenter to Mrs. Kale is Ryan Post.
Miss Kale's devotion to care for and support me has been on full display ever since I met her. Her counsel and guidance, with a healthy dose of jokes and sarcasm along the way, have been most influential and have shaped me into the person that I am today.
And also here to present to Mrs. Kale, Anna Mae Quadrado.
I'm grateful for Mrs. Kale's positive attitude, encouragement, and kindness, which gave me confidence as a student. Her unmeasurable patience and accepting classroom environment inspired me to rise to challenges with the purpose of excelling.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Courtney Leftwich. Here to present Mrs. Leftwich is Mackenzie Cragen.
Although I've only known Coach Leftwich for 2 years, she has helped me overcome difficult obstacles, encouraged me to never give up no matter how hard a workout is, pushed me to be better every day, and has been the best coach and leader I could have asked for. Thank you.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Shauna Lean. First to present to Mrs. Lean is Tate Gracie.
Miss Lean, our shared love of Disney and music are some of the few reasons I chose to honor you. You set me on a path that has taken me to amazing places. Thank you for everything you have taught me.
Also here to present to Mrs. Lean is Ella Meek.
Mrs. Lean brought joy and happiness into my school days, passionately teaching me to play an instrument she loved. By introducing me into the band family, she helped me make friends and find a home away from home.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Jarrett Lipman. First to present Mr. Lipman will be Joshua Chambers.
Mr. Lipman has been unbelievably supportive of me throughout the many years he has known me. Being in his band has helped motivate me to achieve more than I ever thought I was capable of, and I can only hope that I'll have the same impact on my future students.
Our next presenter for Mr. Lipman is Caitlin Hawkins.
In a world of relentless demand, Mr. Lipman inspired me to succeed, not only through commanding perfection in every regard, but also through being the first to assert that I was enough and that I hadn't come this far to only come this far.
Also honoring Mr. Lipman tonight is Sean King.
In my 4 years of high school, Miss Lipman has helped me grow in every aspect of my life. From trombone to leadership to being a better person, he was always there to help every step of the way.
Our next presenter for Mr. Lipman is Katrina Mullen.
Since the first day I met him, Mr. Lipman has always stood out to me as a fantastic leader, musician, and above all, a wonderful teacher. He has held my hand through an incredibly important time in my development as a musician and as a person. Thank you.
Also presenting Mr. Lipman is Carson Payne.
My family has had several children walk through the halls of the school beginning in 2013. We've all been in band and all granola under the teaching of Mr. Lipman. From all of us, thank you so much for the inspiration you've given.
Our next teacher honoree tonight is Mrs. Ashley Lockridge. First presenting Mrs. Lockridge is Lauren Chavez.
Mrs. Lockridge goes above and beyond for all of her students. She always finds a way to make learning interactive in her class. She nurtured my love for science, and there's not a day where I'm not excited about going to her class.
Next honoring Mrs. Lockridge is Olivia Irons.
I chose to honor Miss Lockridge. Without her class, I never would have known how important environmental preservation was to me, and I would take it a million times over just to have someone so kind and caring as my teacher again.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Lockridge is Tai Nguyen.
Miss Lockridge has made a positive impact on my life through her kindness and passion for teaching. I've learned so much through her class this year, and she always makes learning enjoyable. I'm grateful to have been her student this school year.
Also honoring Mrs. Lockridge is Emma Larson.
Mrs. Lockridge develops my appreciation for the environment and my awareness of how I affect it. Her passion for the subject was demonstrated through her teaching, which will leave an impact on me and how I live years after high school.
We also present to Mrs. Lockridge the Caslin Sparrow.
Miss Lockridge genuinely cares about her students and the environment, helping me develop my passion for environmental sustainability, something I will incorporate into my profession. And don't worry, Miss Lockridge, when I win my oceanarium, I'll make sure to hire you.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Robert Lozano. Here to honor Mr. Lozano is Sarah Valera Alvarez.
I want to thank Mr. Lozano for introducing me to the program that would change my life for the better these last 4 years, for giving me a safe place to be, and introducing me to a group of people, friends, and family I couldn't imagine my life without. Most importantly, I want to thank him for believing in me when I couldn't. Thank you so much for pushing me to be the person I am today and for helping me better that version of myself still.
Also presenting to Mr. Lozano is Cameron Waskow.
I would like to honor Mr. Lozano. As an underclassman, I needed some extra help to reach a level of musicianship in the CTJ band. He has invested a lot of time into helping me become a better musician. I would have not have reached my goal of making All-State this year without his support. Thank you so much, Mr. Lozano.
Our next honoree tonight is Mrs. Beth Maynard, and here to present to Mrs. Maynard is Andrew White.
Mrs. Maynard helped me discover my passion for literature for the first time. I want to thank you so much, and I want to relay one last thing from literature you taught me. You was kind, you was smart, you was important.
Our next honoree this evening is Ms. Crystal Martinez. First to present to Ms. Martinez will be Zachary Besson.
Thank you for your continued support that you have given me during my time at Johnson. I truly appreciate your overall passion for wanting the best for your students, and I know that I'm well prepared for my next steps at college because of you.
Our next presenter for Ms. Martinez is Christopher Dugan.
I've known Ms. Martinez for 3 years. Whether smiling in the classroom or dishing out high fives in the hallway, she's always been a cheerful face at school. I'll always remember Ms. Martinez and the joy she provided to Johnson.
Also presenting Ms. Martinez is Michelle Parsons Diaz.
Ms. Martinez not only gave me the spark of encouragement I needed to push myself academically, but her interest in my extracurriculars gave me motivation for my athletics as well. Without the great honor of having her as my teacher, I would have never accomplished as much as I have today. Thank you.
And also presenting to Ms. Martinez is Bethany Williams.
Miss Martinez always pushed me to do my best, even when I was at my worst. She allowed me to be myself, and I never felt ashamed to ask for help. She was always there for me in and outside of the classroom, and I'm forever grateful for the impact she has had on my education.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Nisha Moman, and here to honor Mrs. Moman is Ella Wisely.
Miss Moman is wise, considerate, and incredibly understanding. She creates an environment where students feel comfortable being their true selves. Thank you for making time for me when I needed it the most. I cannot express my gratitude enough. I will continually strive to make you proud.
Our next teacher honoree tonight is Mr. Ricardo Aurora. Presenting to Mr. Mora will be Fernando Salinas Villarreal.
Sadly, Mr. Mora couldn't come tonight, but I would still like to thank him for giving my younger self an idea of what I wanted to do in life. He taught me the simple yet complex things that occur around us at all times, and his teachings have inspired me to get a major in chemistry.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Daniel Musacchio, and here to honor him is Matthew Blackwell.
Mr. Musacchio's impact on me will last a lifetime. His strong work ethic and compassion has inspired me to always strive for the highest levels of accomplishment and achievement, and for that, I'll be forever grateful.
Also honoring Mr. Musacchio is Athena Gonzalez.
I would like to honor Mr. Musacchio, my former band director, because throughout my high school career, I have never had a teacher who motivated me and reassured me like he did. When working with him, I never felt judged or scrutinized. I only ever felt valued and inspired.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Tai Nguyen, and presenting him will be Randall Forrester.
Mr. Nguyen has been and still is the most influential teacher I've had. His lessons of discipline, respect, and integrity are eternal, and the relationships formed in his dojo are everlasting.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mrs. Nicole Nichols, and presenting Mrs. Nichols is Logan Kitchen.
Miss Nichols was such a fun and considerate teacher. She really instigated a love for science, especially biology, with her fun class activities and hands-on learning experiences. Her classes helped to keep me awake and have fun while still teaching me so much about science and life.
Our next honoree tonight is Mrs. Monica Peterson, and presenting Mrs. Peterson is Hannah Murphy.
Today, I would like to honor the person who poured the foundation for my heart of hard work and determination. To my fifth grade teacher, Miss Peterson, who taught me what it means to push beyond perceived limitations, to achieve success by casting a vision for what my future could be. Today is a glimpse of that future, and I am so grateful to have had you as an anchor of truth and encouragement all these years.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Ms. Brenda Perez. First to honor Ms. Perez is Christian Martinez.
Ms. Perez's inspiring enthusiasm and personality always brightened the classroom and made my day. She instilled in me the strength of a smile and the vitality of attitude, something I'll carry with me going forward.
Our next presenter for Ms. Perez is Ella Porter.
Ms. Perez, I am beyond lucky to have such a compassionate and involved teacher during my last year of high school.
I love how you not only support your students' performance in the classroom, but also their extracurricular activities as well. The desire you have to help your students succeed and your love to see them grow is why I'm so grateful to be your student. Thank you.
And also presenting with Ms. Perez is Lorenza Walker.
I selected Ms. Perez because for the 2 years I had her, she always spread positive energy throughout her class. She encourages me and my classmates to complete our assignments, even if it's difficult, and she's not just a teacher, but a friend and confidant. I love you, Ms. T.
Our next honoree tonight is Ms. Bianca Pittman. First to honor Ms. Pittman is Asia Makani.
Miss Pittman has made a huge impact on my life because she has opened my eyes to a whole new world, photography. She's more than just a photography teacher. She's creative, fun, and inspiring. Thank you.
Also presenting Ms. Pittman is Trinity Schrader.
Ms. Pittman's drive and ambition has been a major inspiration for me this past school year. She has motivated me to continue doing what I love and to keep on pursuing my passion.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Sally Powers. Presenting Mrs. Powers is Kaylee Norman.
Ms. Powers' impact on my life continues to be an everlasting one. She showed me that through hardships, there's always something better waiting on the other side. I faced many hardships and remembered her words and actions, and those allowed me to get through them. Thank you.
And now presenting Mr. Eric Price will be Aaron Harlow.
I have selected Mr. Price not only because he is a phenomenal teacher, but because he is a great mentor as well. Not many people can make advanced physics enjoyable, yet I am always looking forward to his class and his relatable sense of humor.
Also to present to Mr. Price is Tyler Holden.
Mr. Price is by far my favorite teacher at Johnson. Every day I'm excited to walk into his class where he lets me and my peers learn how we want to learn and truly enjoy the subject. Thank you, Mr. Price.
Also presenting to Mr. Price is Jonathan Ruiz.
Mr. Price has taught me that life is just like a physics problem. You'll never understand it. Thank you, Mr. Price.
Also presenting Mr. Price is Ethan York.
I would like to honor Mr. Price since he is one of my favorite teachers. His classroom is welcoming and fun, and he helps me learn everything I've ever wanted to know about physics. Thank you, Mr. Price, for always going the extra mile.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Kelly Rango. Here to honor her is Jackson Powers.
My fourth grade teacher, Miss Rangel, was able to instill in me a want for learning that continues to push me today. Her encouragement and love for teaching greatly inspired my work ethic, and I'm very grateful to have been her student.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Renee Ray. Presenting Mrs. Ray is Namisha Amasa.
I have had the honor of having Miss Ray as my math teacher in middle school. She allowed me to be more open, more comfortable in class, and told me to share my opinions in class and that it was okay. Miss Ray taught me that having a positive mindset can change your whole perspective. Thank you, Miss Ray.
Also presenting to Mrs. Ray is Caitlin Brady.
During my 2 years in Mrs. Ray's math class, her smile and enthusiasm made bad days better and good days great. Even after she stopped being my teacher, she has continued to care about my life and my learning. Thank you, Mrs. Ray.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mrs. Christine Rogers. Presenting to Mrs. Rogers is Erin Daniel.
Since early childhood, Ms. Rogers has been a major role model in my life. Her incredible work ethic and support has helped shape me into the person I am today.
Our next presenter for Mrs. Rogers is Kayla Gaither.
For the 3 years I have known Mrs. Rogers, she has been a constant supporter and mentor. I'm so glad she's a part of my high school journey, always pushing me to be a good student and an even better human.
Also presenting to Mrs. Rogers, Kyla Holder.
Miss Rogers has always believed in me and pushed me towards the best version of myself. Her altruism has inspired me to spread kindness throughout my community, and I can't thank her enough for all she's done for me.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Bernard Rosenberg. Presenting Mr. Rosenberg is Kaylee Meek.
Mr. Rosenberg's love for music and fun brightens the days of everyone around him. His kind, wisecracking spirit has brought me such joy from 6th grade and beyond. Thank you for so many happy memories.
Also presenting Mr. Rosenberg is Aiden Soder.
Mr. Rosenberg taught me not only how to play trumpet, but how to love making music. The joy and passion that he has instilled in me has kept me motivated throughout many dark days in high school. Over the past 7 years, he has truly become an amazing mentor and a beloved family friend.
Our next honoree is Mrs. Kimberly Rumpelt, and here to honor Mrs. Rumpelt is Laurel Huff.
I've spent all 4 years of my high school career in art classes, and I've had Ms. Rumpelt every year. She's an amazing teacher, and my classmates and I are so lucky to have her.
Our next honoree is Ms. Erin Santiago, and here to honor Ms. Santiago is Kennedy Jones.
Ms. Santiago goes above and beyond for her students. She transitioned from 2nd grade to a 3rd grade teacher because our class loved her so much. She made me feel that I impacted her as much as she impacted me. She has always shown compassion and had the kindest heart, which made a long-lasting impression on me.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mrs. Casey Sailors, and presenting Mrs. Sailors is Karis Price.
I've known Madam Sailors for 4 years. She's an amazing teacher, mentor, and positive role model. She has encouraged me to be my best. Madam Sailors has been a strong role model, and I'm happy to recognize her amazing impact on my life.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Alan Sharps. Here to present Mr. Sharps is Alberto Garnica.
I chose to honor Mr. Sharps because he inspired me to work hard and overcome any challenges that I might face. He is an inspiration to me because even in retirement, he continues to put the CTJ band and its students first. Thank you, Mr. Sharps, for believing in me.
Next, presenting to Mr. Sharps is Madeline Mayer.
Through jazz band, Mr. Sharps has not only fostered my love for music, but inspired me to face every challenge with a smile. I will never forget the tunes we played and the memories we shared. Thank you for everything you do, Mr. Sharps.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Patrick Shaw. First to present to Mr. Shaw will be Shalom Duku.
Mr. Shaw is an amazing person. He's someone that has helped me in my school life and in my actual life well past sophomore year when I first had his class. He continues to bring us bright smile and a positive aura wherever he goes. I'm glad to make him my honoree.
Next presenting to Mr. Shaw is Sarah Ibrahim.
Mr. Shaw has created a welcoming classroom environment that allows students to express their passion for physics. I am honored to have him as a teacher and to have gained skills from him to utilize far into my academic endeavors.
Our next honoree, our next person honoring Mr. Shaw is Sheena Lalani.
I can always count on Mr. Shaw for help regardless of the problem. From projectile motion with water balloon slingshots sophomore year to calculus, statistics, college applications, and Wordles senior year, he is always ready to lend an ear.
Also honoring Mr. Shaw is Reem Taha.
Mr. Shaw allowed learning to be enjoyable with his intuitive and interesting teaching style that shaped my approach to study. His constant reassurance of his students endured his impactful presence in the classroom. He has motivated me to challenge myself and truly emphasize the value of my education.
Our next honoree tonight is Mrs. Terry Silva. Presenting Mrs. Silva is Mateo Rodriguez.
As my first grade teacher, Ms. Silva helped to lay the foundation of my education and character. She taught me the importance of taking my time by not cutting corners in order to achieve my highest potential. I will continue to apply her teachings to my everyday life.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Scott Stone. Presenting Mr. Stone is Presley Draw.
Coach Stone has been an important friend and mentor to me through all 4 years of high school. He's held me to higher standards as a person on and off the soccer field. Thank you for being a great coach.
Our next honoree tonight is Ms. Susanna Tablada, and here to honor her is Loretta Siller.
Senora Tablada makes every day in the classroom very exciting, as I never know what to expect when arriving to her class. She not only makes class fun, but her fearless way of simplifying all pieces of literature is very admirable, accomplished by her anomalous personality. Both always brighten my day.
The next honoree this evening is Mrs. Courtney Tarbox, and here to honor Mrs. Tarbox is Kelly Albanese.
Mrs. Tarbox has been an incredibly motivating and kind person to me throughout my high school experience. Whenever I would be confused about something, she would greet me with a smile and help me solve the problem. Thank you so much for your support, Mrs. Tarbox.
Also honoring Mrs. Tarbox this evening, Andrew Ashton.
Mrs. Tarbox has provided me with invaluable help in achieving my academic goals. She guided me through every step of my early graduation path, and I truly believe that I wouldn't have been able to do it without her.
Our next honoree this evening is Mr. Chad Taylor, and presenting to Mr. Taylor is Riley Lewitt.
I wanted to honor Mr. Taylor today because he was my first introduction into band, and he brought tons of fun into the first years of music and French horn. He gave me so many good memories that have lasted me and will continue to last me for a very long time. Thank you.
The next honoree this evening is Mrs. Stephanie Trevino Collard. Here first to honor Trevi is Morgan Burgess.
Ms. Trevino has impacted me in many ways. She has encouraged me to challenge myself both physically and mentally through dance, and taught me the importance of compassion and hard work. I would not be who I am today without her.
Next to present to Mrs. Trevino Collard is Brooklyn Burke.
My journey through high school in Johnson Dance has been a wild one, but I was lucky enough to have someone so strong to guide me through and teach me everything I needed to know. I am forever grateful for Ms. Trevino.
Our next presenter from Mrs. Trevino Collard is Alita Chen.
Mrs. Trevino has always pushed me to be my best and caused me to grow in extraordinary ways. Aside from dancing, I have learned many important life lessons. I wouldn't be the person I am today without her dedication, passion, and constant support. Thank you.
Our next presenter from Mrs. Trevino Collard is Shannon Gillis.
Ms. Trevino has guided me through the ups and downs throughout my high school career. She has provided me with wisdom and advice that will stay with me throughout the rest of my life. I'm truly blessed to have such a wonderful coach and mentor.
Also here to present to Mrs. Trevino Falon is Marina Gonzalez.
Ms. Trevino puts her whole heart into everything she does and teaches this virtue to anyone lucky enough to know her. She has pushed me past limits I thought not possible and taught me the most valuable life lessons. Thank you so much.
Our next presenter is Hannah Miller.
Mrs. Trevino has not only taught me how to be a better dancer, but she has taught me to be a better human. She saw my potential and pushed me to accomplish things I never thought I could, and I cannot thank her enough for being such an influential person in my life.
And also presenting Trevi is Lily Orwig.
One thing Mrs. Trevino always told me was to never give up on myself. She showed me the true value of hard work, how to find confidence, and always do everything with heart. Thank you for always pushing me to be the best I can be and for being the greatest role model I could ask for.
Our next honoree is Dr. Carrie Turner Gray. Here to present to Dr. Turner Gray is Evan Huguenin.
After having Dr. Turner Gray for the second year now, her teachings have played a vital role in helping me begin my career in accounting. She provided me with the understanding of what it takes to be an accountant.
Also here to honor Dr. Turner Gray is Morgana Yard.
Dr. Turner Gray has been the most influential person during my years of high school. From pushing us to participate and having fun in times where it is needed. I am so grateful for her and what she has done to make me see the best in myself.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Ms. Brenda Bonnick. Here to present her is Luciana Alvarado.
On the first day at a new school full of strangers, I walk into my first class and was welcomed by a warm smile. Hey, Luciana, it's nice to see you again. Mrs. Bonnick's kindness forged a path for a great senior year, and I'm truly grateful to her.
Next presenting Ms. Bonnick is Gonzalo Esparza.
Ms. Bonnick has not only provided me with an opportunity to take multivariable calculus, but has also taught me valuable problem-solving skills. Her guidance and words have kept me going through both challenging classes.
Next presenting Ms. Bonnick is Jessica Gata.
Ms. Bonnick has always laughed at all of my admittedly terrible math jokes. She made a point to never make me feel stupid for everything I didn't know and instead made me proud of everything I was able to learn.
Our next presenter for Ms. Bonnick is Sabine Juma.
Miss Bonnick's radiant personality is always able to put me in the best mood. She challenges me not only academically, but also personally. Because of her, my days are always brighter, and I'm extremely grateful to have had her this year.
Our next presenter for Ms. Bonnick is Pragati Durga Rajarajan.
Ms. Bonnick is a great teacher who is always happy to help her students. I've really enjoyed exploring calculus in her classes these past 2 years. Thank you for everything, Ms. Bonnick.
Also here to present Ms. Bonnick is Srinavash Ramesh.
Ms. Bonnick has been my math teacher for 3 years, and I'm extremely grateful to have her as a mentor. She has had a positive impact and everlasting impact on my character and my love for math.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Oscar Velasquez. First to honor him is Addison Meek.
Mr. V's enthusiasm for science and learning has had a tremendous impact on my life. His vibrant personality, excitement to share his knowledge, and love of biology brighten the days of all of his students.
Also here to honor Mr. Velasquez is Neil Timothy Suarez.
Throughout high school, I have never met someone who made me want to learn eagerly in class like Mr. V does. Through Mr. Velasquez, I learned values and the pleasure of meeting people who impacted my life in so many ways. Thank you, Mr. V.
Our next honoree this evening is Mrs. Annette Voorhees. Honoring Mrs. Voorhees is Landon Beach.
Mrs. Voorhees is the special person who got me excited about my education. It is because of her that I was able to go so far in my studies, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, Mrs. Voorhees, for igniting my passion for school and standing with me on my journey.
Our next honoree tonight is Ms. Michelle Watkins. Presenting Ms. Watkins is Adibe Wulaka.
Miss Watkins' constantly supportive personality and incredible mentorship made her a pinnacle in high school debate coaching. If it wasn't for her, I would not be half the debater, student, or person that I am today. Thank you, Miss Watkins.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Eric Wetmore. Presenting to Mr. Wetmore is Caroline Robinson.
Although he's not here, I chose to honor Mr. Wetmore because he always found a way to make every class period fun. I'm forever grateful he helped me realize that I could really enjoy learning. Thank you so much, Mr. Wetmore.
Our next honoree tonight is Ms. Dana Williams. First to honor Ms. Williams is Miranda Galvan.
In the 8th grade, Ms. Williams instilled in all her students a sense of confidence and individuality. Her unwavering support for every individual who walks through her door and ardent passion for what she teaches has driven my own passion for learning to be all the greater.
Also here to honor Ms. Williams is Haley Hickerson.
Mrs. Williams was my middle school GT English teacher for 3 very formative years of my life. During that time, her unwavering support and persistent generosity helped me to excel both as a student and as a human being. Thank you, Mrs. Williams.
And also honoring Ms. Williams is Alejandra Ortiz.
During my educational journey, a teacher who especially impacted me was my 8th grade English teacher, Ms. Williams. She not only fostered my creativity and curiosity for the world, but encouraged me to persevere through the toughest of times and to keep going above and beyond, both in school and in life.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mr. Ryan Williams. First to present to Mr. Williams is Shannon James.
Mr. Williams has made a huge impact on my life, not only as an incredible art teacher, but also as someone who has always been very welcoming and helpful. He has taught me many things to improve my art, as well as how to succeed in life. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
Our next presenter for Mr. Williams is Andrew Lay.
Mr. Williams' demeanor as a teacher is not only warm and engaging, but also realistic. He has taught me to be both delighted with the work I produce, while allowing myself to view it with an external and critical eye.
Next to present to Mr. Williams is Jeba Mahapatra.
From Jiba from another era as a sophomore to a break from work as a senior, I would have never realized my potential as an artist if it weren't for Mr. Williams and his guidance. It's because of him that I can call myself an artist today. So thank you for everything.
Our next presenter for Mr. Williams is Sarah Magnogia.
Mr. Williams has always encouraged me to try my best in every aspect of life. He provided a nurturing environment that enabled not only myself, but also my peers to grow into creative and hardworking individuals. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
And also presenting to Mr. Williams is Grace Sudiro.
Mr. Williams had a positive impact on my life and education. He was my art teacher for 2 years, and within that time, he has shown that he really cares about the quality of his students' work. And he also puts in the effort to help his students improve their work. So thank you, Mr. Williams.
Our next teacher honored tonight is Mrs. Kristen Wilson. Here to present to Mrs. Wilson is Gavin Moore.
Ms. Wilson is always so energetic in class and is always ready to help whenever we need it. She is encouraging every day, and that made it so much easier for us to have the confidence that I needed in class.
Also here to present to Mrs. Wilson is Aiden Nichols.
Having more yesterdays than tomorrows in my high school career has made me appreciate Miss Wilson's kindness and knowledge even more so. This is evident through her teachings, and more than that, her character. My success is greatly attributed to her influence.
Our next honoree tonight is Mr. Sean Woolard. Here to present to Mr. Woolard is Angel Murray.
Mr. Woolard was always able to create a warm, positive environment in the classroom. Whether in class or student council, he was always there to help with a kind smile on his face. I'm so glad I was able to have him as one of my teachers.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get another round of applause for the entire
Somebody forgot to shake hands.
Oh, yes.
Woo, thank you, Mr. Price. Wow, what a great group. And if it's the first time you've ever been to a Summa celebration, now you know why we love it. To hear the words from these kids and how an adult, in most cases many adults, but a specific adult has made a meaning on their life. And so, once again, as Mr. Price said, thank you, Summas. Appreciate your hard work and the way you've represented Claudia Taylor Johnson. It means a lot to all of us. So one more time, please stand and let's clap for you. The other group is all these teachers that, meant and made an impact on their lives as a group. Our honorees, teachers, if you would, please stand back there. Just know, students, the history and traditions of Johnson High School, our 14 years, have grown as a result of your achievements these past 4 years. We congratulate you. Know as you move through those next steps in your life that you continue to strive to meet our motto, not to equal, but to excel. You have done it so far. Continue that tradition. Family, friends, relatives, we appreciate you coming out tonight. Thank you very much. Be safe and have a safe trip home. Thank you.